this year's WWDC, Apple announced iOS 11 as the next generation version of iOS. Now, iOS 11 brings subtle design changes to interface elements throughout the operating system. Many built-in apps have been refined with darker lines and bolder fonts, with Apple moving away from the thin fonts that have dominated since iOS 7. Some apps like Phone and Calculator have new designs with darker fonts and round buttons without any borders, while others like Reminders and Calendar remain entirely unchanged. The control center is customizable, and there are options to include a wider range of settings. It is no longer split across multiple screens, and 3D touch integration has expanded, so you can do more without needing to open the Settings app. In the Settings apps, there is a section for choosing which features you want to be able to access in the control center, and there are quite a few options available, such as screen recording and enabling mobile data. As for the lock screen, it has been merged with Notification Center. Swiping down on the screen to access notifications now brings up the lock screen. Today view continues to be available with a side swipe, and everything generally looks the same. There's just no separate Notification Center anymore. Siri has a more natural voice and is more intelligent than ever. Siri learns user preferences and syncs information across multiple devices, allowing the personal assistant to learn more about you and anticipate what you want. Siri can also translate English into different languages such as Spanish and Chinese, and there's a deeper integration with Apple Music. Notes now include searchable handwriting and document scanning. Maps gains lane guidance, speed limit info, and indoor maps for malls and airports, while Apple Music includes a new feature that lets you see what your friends are listening to and share your own music. The memories featured in Photos is smarter than ever, and in the camera app, portrait mode and live photos have been improved with new capabilities. HomeKit now supports speakers, and there's a new AirPlay 2 protocol that includes multi-room functionality. Do Not Disturb has been expanded to encompass driving, muting notifications while a vehicle is in motion, and Messages have been improved with a new app drawer that makes it easier to access Messages app and stickers. Messages is also gaining support for a new person-to-person Apple Pay feature that lets you send money to friends and family right through an iMessage. Photos and videos also take up less storage through the adoption of new HEIF and HEVC formats. Now, as far as App Store is concerned, the whole UI has been completely revamped in iOS 11, and there are now two distinct sections for apps and games. There's also a new Today view that features new content on a daily basis to make it easier to discover fresh apps and games. There's no iCloud Drive in iOS 11 because it has been expanded into a more comprehensive Files app that has been designed to mimic the Finder app on the Mac. Files houses all of the content stored locally on the iPhone or iPad, iCloud content, app content, and content stored on other cloud services like Dropbox, Box, OneDrive, Google Drive, and more. Files is well organized and offers a quick access to content that's stored on an iOS device. Like Finder format, it is searchable, has a section for viewing all recently accessed files, and it supports tags, spring loading, nested folders, and favorites. Adding a tag to a file for organizational purpose is as simple as dragging the file to the tag color of your choice. Right now, iOS 11 is limited to its developers, but Apple plans to release a public beta in the late June. iOS 11 will see a public release in the fall alongside the new iPhones. Well, apart from these features, Apple has updated the iPad with some additional, albeit powerful features, which we'll be discussing in our next video. So don't forget to subscribe us and be the first one to watch. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, hasta la vista.